Welcome everybody to the fourth episode of the Play the Surreal Dota podcast. I'm Synergy,
Hello!
as usual, with me, Mr. Tiger. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm
And
very
Miss
cool.
Nice, and Mr. Liberty as well. Hello.
Hello. I already said hello. Hello!
Yeah,
Wait,
how are?
I didn't get that. What?
Hello!
Okay, so how are you guys doing overall?
In regards to what?
I mean, in regards
Dota.
to weather, for example, because
Weather.
yeah, because for last 7 days I had around 35 to 40 degrees, but today it was only 20. So
I slept under a blanket last night. Felt amazing. Amaze balls, as some would say.
as you would say, nobody else says it. No,
As
nobody
some
else
would say.
uses it even.
Why not?
Because I don't even know where it came from. Like,
Only the cool kids say that. So yeah,
that's true. You are the very cool person.
very cool.
What about you, Liberty?
I'm good. Ireland is always kind of cold. Our kind of scorcher is like 18 degrees, so I'm fine. It's a little bit warm for me here now, anyways.
Aren't you used to that
And
as a Canadian?
no, we have summers in Vancouver, like where I'm from. We'd have like quite hot summers, and then it'd be like rainy and stuff in the winter. So be used to the weather here in the winter. But yeah, I would expect to get some like 4 or 5 months of good weather in Vancouver, depending on the forest fires. Like lately, there's been a lot of forest fires in Vancouver, like West British Columbia, uh, for whatever reason, global warming, probably idiots with cigarettes or whatever. But um, yeah. But yeah, no, everything's good with myself. Looking forward to the weekend. I have a long weekend here. I'm planning to do literally nothing except play games, relax. My partner's going away for camping for 3 nights. So I literally have the house to myself. I don't have to ask for permission like you guys have heard me do many times. I'm very busy with work, so that's good and bad. Like it's good because it's busy and I'm on to new projects and stuff, but obviously bad, like it's a little bit stressful, but not too bad. But other than
Actually,
that,
having to
everything's
do
good.
something.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's always feels bad, man.
Yeah. But overall, pretty good. Ready for a little bit of rest and then yeah, good to go.
Very nice.
What about you, Synergy? How are you? How are ye?
Me, I'm good. Like I said, like the weather today was pretty nice, so I feel fresh. I didn't slept well because during the night it was really hot, but like during the day it was pretty good around work stuff. I don't even know where to jump first, you know. It's like half of the team is on a vacation, like that I'm getting tasks from and stuff, and I didn't stop for past 3 days, like literally Friday, Monday, and today I didn't stop at work at all. I didn't know what to do first, literally. It just feels like even worse than a normal day. But other than that, yeah, I mean that's work stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can move to the Reddit post as usual. The first one I would like to introduce was a show match, the NaVi versus NaVi show match, old NaVi versus the quote-unquote new NaVi, which happened around 2 weeks ago, a little shorter than that. It was a best of three match where they played all three games. It was reverse captains mode, all random deathmatch, and ability draft. And most importantly, it was a charity show match where, in the end, they managed to give to the charity 14,085.97 euros, which is quite a lot. Also,
Very
it
cool.
was yeah. Also the games were very fun. I watched all three. It was very enjoyable, very fun. It was taken like a classic, like show match, like not real like try hard or anything. So it was like more for the viewers, and I enjoyed it. It was very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Yeah, it was like the cherry on top. But I really like the fact that like there are still like charity events, even in esports, which I think is really important because it not only that it brings like the esports to more common knowledge of citizens, let's say,
Hmm.
but it also like shows the important message that like helping people is should be everywhere, not just like in a that a regular person would help people. Not saying like charity, but overall, like if you see an old lady, you can help her cross a street or something like that. But like that's a bit a bit overthinking about this, but well, I really like the fact that like something like this is still going on.
Okay, question for you on this. Do you think that Valve should be doing something more in regards to like charity events and giving back?
Um, I would say yeah,
'Cause it seems like most of these are um, usually driven by individual, like
yeah,
this is obviously
yeah,
some individual studio or team.
like driven by an organization. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure that like Valve as a company probably is doing something like this. We just don't know about it because it would be like a company stuff, or maybe in US you would probably know a little bit more about it, I guess. But like straight up, like for example to Dota, I think it would be nice if you would just like make a charity event as Valve, like a small quote unquote, small TI, like just invite teams that would be interested in like a charity event, you know, and just make like a small event of teams playing for charity. Obviously it would be like, yeah, crash with the DPC season and tournaments, overall organizers and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it would be nice, from Valve to like show something like this in regards of like the Dota environment. Obviously, like I said, like I can tell if they are doing something as a company, which I assume they do because even the company I work for is doing something. So
Right.
uh, yeah.
Okay.
Any comments from you guys regarding this?
I mean, I like it. Definitely upvote. I
Mm-hmm.
like it. Also fun to just have events that are not like always standard.
Yeah, yeah.
Charity wise, also pretty good. Also that like the old but gold Navi players coming back to play. Pretty fun concept, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I agree. For me, I think it's cool they played some different game modes. It would be cool if they had those game modes more often, like for people to play. Like I don't know, it's hard to balance them, I suppose, in like a ranked format. But there's not too much of a following. But it's good that they did it, and yeah, for a good cause as well. So I think it's really cool. Good to see a few of the um, streamers getting behind it as well. So class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. The English version was streamed by Capitalist, so yeah.
And I think
Also,
the reverse captain mode is a really interesting game mode, right? Like, what do pros consider the worst heroes? Should Valve do something with that as well?
I don't know, but I always found, I remember it was on one TI. It was on TI 3, I think. The All-Star match was reverse captain's mode. I remember that because it was Papi was playing, I think, in a team with Loda, and on the other team it was Dandy. And I really like the reverse captain's mode, but I think like for us like the low rank idiots, I think the idea behind it is just to pick like 5 really bad cores for the enemy
If
team.
you're talking about like low MMR tier, is gonna be Visage, Lone Druid, Meepo, right?
Yeah,
Because people
kind of
call
like that.
micro.
Yeah, kind of like that. I would assume that, yeah, like not easy heroes to play. And definitely not 5 supports. That doesn't work because 5 supports are really good in early game. So if the enemy picks 5 cores for you, you're kind of fucked. I know that from my own experience because I played the Reverse Captain's mode once and it was not fun to play 5 cores versus 5 supports. The idea was okay, the execution not so much.
Upvote for me.
Yeah,
Same.
upvote for sure. The last thing I want to mention to this is that the money went to a hospital which is taking care of the people that are being hurt on the front lines at the Russia-Ukraine war to buy an equipment. That's the last thing I
Very
want to
nice.
mention. So pretty important, I would say.
Upvote on that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and now we are gonna move to more recent news, which is related to the Riyadh Masters event for 4 million euros or dollars. Not sure what was the currency.
Dollar.
Dollars. Then okay, thank you. And it is about the casting talent and specifically about Moxi, which there is a Reddit post that I thought might be removed, but it wasn't removed. And it is about, or mostly about, like constructive criticism to Moxi, I would say, about her commentary. And I know you guys, or like we've talked about it a little bit beforehand. How do you guys feel about Moxi specifically, let's say, since this is regarded to her?
I mean, you have the post displayed, right?
Yeah.
I 100% agree with it. I usually listen to like the cast all the time, but when Moxie is casting, I cannot listen to it at all. I turn it off because I agree. I don't think she's actually that good. I like in the post it says as well. I don't care if she's a woman or whatever that she has like a different background where she comes from. Like she comes from SEA, right? Like I don't care about that. Like it's just the fact that I don't like her casting. Also, like I'm a huge fan of Purge, right? And she casts a lot with Purge, right? But she's super snappy to him, constantly overruling him, talking over him, taking over the show, kind of like that. And then what she says doesn't make much sense to me, so I always turn it off. So I agree with what it being said in the post. Like I don't care about the fact that she's a woman. That's nothing for me. It says here as well. Just because I say that's Moxie is a really bad caster doesn't mean I hate her or care about the fact that she's a woman. I don't either. But I agree with what's being said. I don't listen to the games she's casting while I normally would because like those epic moments the casters like Cap Toby used to be. I like that a lot, and with her, you straight up don't have that. And I always listen to what Purge has to say because he's very analytical, like pinpointing the things, the mistakes, or the things that were happening or should have happened or whatever. I like that a lot as well. So, yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with most of the points, if not all. There, I'm not a huge fan personally of Moxie as a caster. I think the same reasons. I think we've actually talked about this before, maybe not on the podcast, but I think we've had a conversation around Moxie. Tiger, I'm not sure if you were there for the synergy because I think you're basically we're aligned on that. I don't dislike her as a person. I'm happy to see women getting opportunities, but I actually find her casting distasteful for the exact reason that she's snappy and it seems like combative, whereas like everyone makes mistakes, including Moxie, of course. But whereas Moxie is asking for not forgiveness, maybe that's not the right word, but she's explaining why she makes mistakes to the community in this post. I feel like maybe it's their dynamic. Maybe they've talked about this beforehand to try to have like this kind of back and forth dynamic with Purge. But Purge like has a very dry sense of humor and like you know what I mean. He's not the like haha funny guy. Like maybe she'd be better with Jenkins where they go back and forth at each other or something. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel right with Purge. And I've noticed it. She does it with other people as well, where it's like almost like an ego thing, where like she'll make a mistake and they'll maybe correct her and say something, nothing too harsh, but oh, actually, no, it looks like they went for this item or something like that. and she'll be like, "Wah, wah, wah." And that's just the feeling I get. And if you asked me to pull out an example of that, I probably couldn't. But I would definitely have that sentiment. I think that there's better casters out there is the biggest thing as well. I think that there's better casters that are. I think the biggest thing for me as well is like give her a shot. But this has been like I've seen her. She's been casting for like 3 years. I think she's been around for, and she's not any better than she started. She might actually be worse.
Yeah, I actually agree. Yeah, I think you and me had that conversation that you were talking about, like her being snappy, but also the fact that when was it Dream League Major or something where I first saw her, or when she first came into like away from SEA Dota, I liked her then better than I do now because I straight up don't do it now. I like then it was like okay, it's new, give her a shot, right? Like she's there for a reason, but now I just can't understand why.
Yeah, and I think like one of the biggest things around the whole like women thing and whatever opportunity is like you just have to look at Effie. Like compare Effie to her. Effie is like knowledgeable about the game. She's personable. She's nice. Like she's got some her own kind of personality or whatever. Like you know what I mean. I would much like I would get excited if Effie was on a cast. Honestly, I think she's actually really really good. And I know she probably actually gets a hard time in the community as well as what I've heard from her posts and stuff like that. But um, yeah, I think she does a way better job.
Yeah, I agree. But say like when Effie or for example Shiver, I think she's a great host. Like I don't care. Like it doesn't matter for me that they're a woman or they're female. Like it doesn't matter as long as they do their job right, right? And I think those two definitely do. I agree. Like Effie, like but also like she has the knowledge, right? I think that's the big difference between like her and for example Moxie, because she's like immortal something K herself as well, right? And then yeah, obviously it comes more natural, but like that's why you choose those people to be there, right? You're not gonna be an analyst if you have no clue what you're talking about, or if you're like hype caster if you're like experienced with doing that.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it too, though, like I think you can do a good job without being a high immortal as well. Like I think like I don't know what her rank is, but I think it was quite low. But definitely, there's like people that are lower ranked that are doing a good job of that. Like I know when OD Pixel started, he was probably like I don't know legend or something like that. I think he's higher now. And Shiver, I've seen her stream, and she's bounces between high Archon and low legend. So there's definitely people that can cast and the rank isn't the only thing.
True.
So, like, not to like, I'm not taking away from what you say, like, because there's other people like I think BSJ has a really high rank as far as like MMR or whatever, and I don't personally think he's a great like he's not even a caster, but I don't think he's amazing. He's kind
But
of off
there's a
crack.
difference between being a caster and being like the analytical side of it, right? Like Effie
Yeah,
is an analyst, while Moxie is supposed to be like the caster that asks the questions, brings the hype, brings the thing the
yeah,
analyst doesn't bring to the table. And then when you compare it to like what like for example Cap, like you see the passion, whatever, and you don't see that with Moxie. At least I don't.
yeah, and that might just be her personality. To be honest with you, I actually don't think a caster needs to have as much MMR as like their counterpart, like the analyst of the pair. Like, if you could literally say what's going on, and
Yeah, but
then
that's
even
why
if
you
it,
have the analyst, right? Because
yeah,
the caster
exactly.
is not shouldn't necessarily have the knowledge. That's why you have duos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like I agree, and I don't think her MMR is the most important thing. I think it is her like interest in the game and her personality more than anything. And sometimes people just don't like people don't like you. That's fine. Like they might not like it's not like it's nothing personal. They just don't like your style of doing one thing. Um, but look, all the power to her to try to get better, but not for me.
I'm not saying she shouldn't be there, but she should learn and improve. She should do something with the feedback, and then she's gonna be fine. I mean, me personally, I have to see it before I would believe it, but I'll reconsider. Like I'll have to judge when she does something with the feedback again, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, and then, sorry, another one. Like I don't know what rank Suns fan is, but it's not very high. I know it's probably around my rank in all honesty, Crusader, Archon, maybe Legend. And
Sunsfan
he
is a
casts.
divine, bro.
Is he?
He's immortal, I think. Also, he's immortal without number. He
Suns
reached it
fan
quite
is.
some time ago. Yeah.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Slacks
Okay.
is
I
Slacks
wouldn't
is
think
high
that
divine.
either.
Slacks is high divine, for example.
Yeah, but Slacks is like super bad at Dota, but he plays two heroes, right?
Yeah.
I,
But still,
Okay.
I mean, they are higher ranked than you think. Also, Moxi is around a legend bracket right now, and I've also seen a Reddit post or something like that about her rank, where she has an account which has around 800 games or something like that, and she responded on that on Twitter as well, where um, she posted a picture of her old account which had around, I don't want to lie, 8,000 games, something like that.
And what
But
rank was that?
that wasn't shown.
Oh, okay, but I mean, even if you were to be, I don't know what rank she is, but if you were to be high ranked and still make like in the post there, like look up the post, it says some really good examples of where she misses things or says the complete opposite of the things happening. Like, if she were to be high ranked, then it would even like be worse because if you were high ranked, then you understand, like, for example, positioning items, what items to buy, what items are good, what items are not. And if she's failing with that, it says even a worse example, right?
I mean, yeah, like I personally don't mind her casting. Like I'm not saying she's my favorite. Obviously, there are mistakes that a lot of other casters are not doing, which I would say comes down with experience of casting overall, but experience of casting, I mean like this tier one scene, which she didn't had, in my opinion, that much experience of. And also, I remember that people were giving her a lot of trash on TI, which I thought was quite unfair because um, she was paired up with Purge, yes, but the thing that was for her series was that she didn't had an observer. So she was
Okay.
doing all the camera work alone by herself and doing casting through that, which, if you remember, Tiger, me and you casting, I was doing that as well, and it was not fun because I was missing a lot of fucking stuff as well.
Yeah,
So
that's probably something you probably do need an observer. It's an important and
yeah,
probably underrated part of the casting team.
it is very underrated, I feel like. And also, if since we are touching on this just briefly, if you guys know, like there are always, like these observers shown in the talent, like which are on which events.
Skiff.
There are always four stable observers. We don't have any new observers. There is always Wepas, Scurf, and two other which I don't remember. But these two I remember, and then there are other two which I don't remember the names. But there are always four stable ones, no new blood at all. Which is, in my
Y-
opinion, quite sad if you think about it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where they maybe they it's such a like niche thing, I suppose, that it's hard to think about making a living or like aspiring to be like an observer. But they do a lot, like all the timings of items. I think they put up, so they're always watching what time an item is going to come out, and then putting the visual the thing that pops up saying faster than average or whatever, which I think is quite nice. And
Yeah,
they try to point stuff out or observe things for the casters.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
But
I don't know. What did you think about that synergy? Do you think that they should be like trying to bring more people into it, or maybe they just don't have the talent? Like, what's your reckon?
I don't know. I think there are, like you said, I don't think there are that many people interested in this. I think because if you think about it, like if you came to Dota, like your goal, if you are serious about it, is to make a pro team, right? Then if you don't make a pro team, you can think about like coach stuff, right? Then if you don't think about coach stuff and you still want to be involved, you think about casting. You don't think about observing. I don't think anybody is.
Yeah.
So like in my opinion, like if you want to go through into like the pro scene, quote unquote, and I'm not saying easily because it's, in my opinion, it is like probably even harder than casting. Then like yeah, if you put work into it, I think you can make it. Because like I said, like I don't think there are that many observers, and if you can like go to like ESL or something and say, okay, hey guys, like I know I don't have that much experience, right? But like I'm an observer like this. If you talk to the other observers like Webpass, like Scruff, I'm pretty sure they will be able to help you out because I don't think they are, that uh, like ignorant or arrogant or whatever. Uh, because I know that not sure if it was Webpass. I think it was Webpass had like a YouTube series about how to observe a game, how to be an observer, what to do, how to set up keybinds and stuff like this. So I think those people can help you out if you reach them, and making connections with them this way, they can help you out to get to observing. Because the thing is, right, they are not gonna be here in like their 40s or mid 40s, 50s doing observing of Dota. They are just simply not gonna do that till that long.
Mm.
So like you can make it, I think. So what I want to say is I would like for Moxi to be to get the recognition from the community that she got better.
If
That's
if she gets better, if she deserves it, yeah. Praise who
yeah,
earns it.
yeah.
Praise those who earn it. Like
Yeah. So that will be regarding the Moxie. Which is related to another thing, which is Bkop actually posted himself on the Reddit with the title "Lay it on me, let's hear some feedback." So he himself wants to hear a feedback on his casting during the Riyadh Masters, and I think this is like a first time actually. I think that like a caster himself is asking for feedback, because what he's writing there also is that this is like his first LAN event. So what do you guys think?
To be honest, I didn't actually notice. I didn't listen to the last few games just because I had company this weekend, and I'm not sure which ones he casted. So I didn't notice anything terrible. So I guess it was all right. But as far as asking for feedback, I think it's great. Like I think you should always be asking for feedback. More feedback, the better, all the time. The normal part of like any kind of job or any sports team or anything like that, where you get better, you get a feedback loop going, where you get some feedback, you improve on it, you ask for more, you improve on it, and so on and so forth.
Hmm. Yeah, he was casting quite a lot. He also got the grand finals to cast. I really like Bkop personally. I watched him a lot because he was casting the China DPC for the most part. And I really really enjoyed his casting. He's casting in together with Black, which I personally am not a big fan of, because I think he's making like these sort of puns within the casting that I don't personally like enjoy them as much. But I know a lot of people do, and that's obviously fine. Like it's just my personal opinion. But I like Bkop a lot, so I like in the end I always enjoy the games that they cast together. And I think he's also pretty good at like the hype casting part of stuff, kind of like OD, or like I'm not saying he's on a level of OD Pixel. I think we can all agree that like OD's hype casting is something else. But I really really like him. What about you, Tiger?
I like him too. I don't like OD as much, though. I mean, yeah, he's hypecaster, not my cup of tea, but I like B Cup. I like Black as well. I think it's a good duo. I like Black as a like person analyst a lot. Pretty funny. So yeah, B Cup with Black for me is a really good duo.
All right. And then we have another post regarding the talent stuff, which is why is Cap being pushed out of the scene? Because we could have seen that
Who?
Cap
Cap.
Capitalist. Because we could have seen that Cap has not been on much of these events lately, and he himself also made a comment in that post, which was pretty. How you said it, Liberty? That it was that it sounded.
Cap's post in response.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was honest
yeah, like honest,
and
straight to the topic.
not non-drama-y. Like he actually
Yeah.
like it was like diffusing a lot of the like so in the thread there was a lot of I'll let you go through it in a sec, but there was a lot of like shade being thrown on behalf of Cap, and I think he was like very clear that that's not what he felt necessarily. Like sure he's probably frustrated or whatever, but like it's like a lot of the points in there he didn't necessarily agree with, which was great to see him respond on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that it was a very nice response. Also, he said that he appreciates all like the kind words, which is obviously nice that he has a lot of fans, which he surely does. I mean, like everybody remembers the uh, casting with Blitz. I think it was TI 9 when the Absors stole the chrono, and then there was the water bottle incident. Which was in my eyes it was one of the best memories of casting in general, like favorite moments from casts. It was the capitalist water bottle incident, like because that casting at that point was so hyped, and he like you could have on those clips you could have seen like how he literally was just completely focused on the game. That was actually amazing. It was amazing.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty amaze balls, right?
For this one, I would use it. Yes, it was fucking amazing balls, dude.
I think Cap will be back, like just to kind of go back into this. I don't think he's really being like maybe he's being pushed to the scene and there's something we don't know, but like it seems strange like his response if like he actually isn't being pushed out. Like even if he is being pushed out, I think he's taking like responsibility and taking steps to get better. Like he touches on a point of like switching a partner with Blitz going down on to be a coach of a T1 team. And now he's been working with SVG and they've been casting stuff on their own personal channels. He did some stuff with Kyle, as we saw earlier. And so he's taking a lot of the responsibility and onus on himself to either get better or, grind it out or whatever. So, yeah, I think he'll be back personally.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
All right.
Some would
And
say very cool.
yeah.
Very nice.
And we are gonna move to the last one, which is that PGL announced the talent for the Arlington Major, which includes a lot of familiar faces, a lot of not as much familiar faces, and also some new faces. So what do you guys think?
I don't fucking know who these people are. Sajidine and Nat T, no idea. James Banks, I've heard the name CSGO, but no idea.
Yeah, I don't know
Uh,
this Slacks guy either. I don't like him at all. The
I like.
Netty I like she's Australian or something like that, right? I like her. I have no
Oh,
idea who Sajid Dean is. James
oh,
Bank, I like him on. He did some Dota 2 content as well, like host. I don't know, was it the replay or something like that? Like when they wear all the silly costumes. He did that.
I know Nat T. She was on the Position 6 podcast a while ago.
Yeah, she's also like on Beyond the Summit Twitch, like with also Chinese or SEA Dota, like some of that.
I think,
With
or like,
Fair and
yeah,
the other, the
sheep
Sheep
stick.
Stick.
Yeah,
I don't like Sheep Stick. Way too harsh. No fun.
they
Way
were
too
doing
serious.
DPC together, and I think it was DPC China, if I'm
Or
correct.
China.
They were doing the host panel. Yeah.
I think Slacks is overhyped. I don't like him. Piss off. Jenkins, I like. Gods, I like. Lizard, I like a lot. Lacoste. Like, Lacoste is like the good mix of funny and being they have dry humor. Sheepstick I don't like, way too serious. I like Trend. Suns fans is kind of like a for
I
me.
like Suns fan.
Like he has his moment, but the other time, like the other moments, I think like, why are you there, dude? Lyricals, like he tries really hard, but like I don't think he's like S tier caster. Same with Gareth. I like Black a lot. Who is Ares? Ares? Who's that? I have no clue.
I think yeah.
The John Xfire with the MPL Dota I like as a duo. The Knock also Australian, right? I like him. I like him more as an analyst, I think. And the Bkop I like. And the observers, I have no idea who those two new guys are. Sounds like good caps. You missed like the like TI 4, 5, 6 people. They're not there at all, right? Like Shiver's not there. Cap is not there. Like all
OD.
the OGs are not there. OD's not there either. What the Fog is not there.
Hmm.
All the OGs are not really there. No.
Fog has been around less lately. Even when OD's been around, they've been switching it up a little bit.
Yeah. To the talent overall, Aries was doing the commentator stuff for SEA DPC. The Sajadim is Suns fan wife, if I remember. Not sure if it's just girlfriend. I think it's wife right
Yeah,
now.
that's why.
Well, I mean, if he can get a wife, everyone can get a wife, right? Even you, Synergy.
Gives me hopes, Kappa. James Banks is exclusively doing CSGO. I don't remember him
No,
in
he did
Dota
Dota for
events.
sure on the Wii Play or something like that. Like he did it when they were like the Roman Empire decor. He was there, or he was there at some point. 100% for sure. I've seen him on
Okay,
Dota before.
okay. John Fire was also casting the SCA,
Yeah, with the
if I
MPL
remember.
Dota. They were
Yeah,
also at the last major. John Xfire and MPL Dota.
yeah. Danok is also from the SCA DPC.
Yeah, he's Australian. He does the Australian SCA
Yeah.
kind of shit.
And other than the yeah, Sheepstick, obviously everybody knows her. She made the.
Everybody does. How? Why?
I mean, she
I
was on the TI.
She was
Yeah, on the TI
really
10, she
when
was she
what
was
TI?
on the analyst team.
Seriously?
Also
Why?
she was also in the quote unquote All-Star match.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay, this is new information for me. No, she's not. She wasn't.
Yeah, she was.
According to Liquipedia, she was not.
She was.
Oh,
She
yes, she
was.
was as a guest analyst. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Then
She's been around. We're talking about Chardine or whatever. Chardine.
Sheepstick.
Oh, Sheepstick. Oh, she was a high level player for a while. Like like not high level, but
She
like
has been a streamer for Bkop since 2018.
she was trying to become,
Let's check her Dota buff. Actually,
trying to play like be one of the people that played in the major or something.
she is off lane
she's
core
7K,
role.
I think, or something like
You
that.
think?
If I remember, she was around 7K. Last time I watched her stream was around 4 months ago.
I don't care about her esports profile. View pub
In the
profile. Here we go.
meantime, while you find this,
She is rank 1.1k EU actually.
uh,
Very nice.
I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't
You're
think
wrong.
Sajadimi was in any Dota event.
Well, she was part of Moonduck, so she would have been part of anything that they like started. Maybe it was behind the scenes.
Hmm. Behind the scenes, probably.
She does. She does not have a Wikipedia profile. I mean, at that point, who are you really if you don't have that?
Hmm. Yeah, but in regards of that, yeah, like we don't see the names as OD, as Fogged, as
I mean, it's good to have
Shiver.
young talent, new
Yeah,
talent, right? But like, true OGs, why are they not there? I don't understand.
yeah. Like the thing I wanted to like what I've talked about at the start, what I want to mention here as well is I personally think it is really really good to bring up this new fresh blood to Dota to talent scene, but I do have one like thing
Yeah,
on my
I have
mind.
one thing as well. Why is Sir Action Flex there?
That I personally don't mind, and I think a lot of the community doesn't mind either. But
It's weird that Tsunami's not there either.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
Like
Because
Tsunami is
he's
not
from
there.
Texas.
And
That's his home state.
what I wanted to say is that I think that on like this big Valve major events, you can have like new talent blood, let's say, but I don't think they should contain the main part of the talent roster, let's say, which, yeah, like, okay, not talking about Lizard, Gods, Lacoste, Trent, Sunsfan, Lyrical, even Garrett is pretty well known by now. Bkop, uh, he's been casting for a long time. He just wasn't casting on the big events. So I think like that is kind of also okay. The other people we don't know that much, right? Like the Natia, she was basically the main host for the DPC. But I wasn't watching the DPC China as much. I was watching the games, from replay, so I didn't really caught that upon. James Banks, if I'm being honest, like this is my personal opinion, I really, really dislike when
Why?
talent from
You have not seen him ever on.
I've seen him on CS:GO because I watch a lot of CS:GO, and what I wanted to say is I really dislike if people from other games from talent as a talent from other games, which is their main game, is being brought here to a different game. That is something that I don't like. That is the same thing that I disliked with Machine when he was brought from CS:GO to TI. That was something that I also dislike because from my point of view, if there is a talent who comes to a game which is not his main game, I would rather give that slot to someone who is completely new and give him a shot. Like that's my take, obviously. I'm pretty sure that I'm in absolute minority here, but that's my take. So yeah, I would like to see some stable talent here rather than you know a lot of like quote unquote new fresh blood. Like for example, also now I can see Cinderan is not there either. You know, so the classic duo Suns fan Cinderan is not gonna be there, which in my opinion is a little bit of loss because I think they are really good together. So yeah, but like that's regardless of the talent. I'm pretty sure they will do great because they were picked up for a reason after all, right? If they will
Maybe the
not,
one who
then
picked them is also new. Keck.
Okay, and now to talk about the Russian talent for all these events.
the Russian talent
Just kidding.
that even exists.
Yeah, they have for
Does
every
anyone ever
country.
really care?
You look
Okay,
on
let's
the
talk
thing.
about the Spanish talent.
Okay, Spanish talent.
There are none.
I
Nadri is the. They have observers for all of them. Actually, they have for Ukrainian Chinese talent 78 and Mashal
Where do you see that?
on Wikipedia.
It said for
Broadcast
me, it
talent.
says literally nothing on the PGL.
I'm looking at Animajor 2021.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I was just like thinking back to how good of an event that was. Anyways, moving on.
yeah.
yeah.
So I think if you don't guys have anything more to add, we can move
I
on.
will downvote this because I straight up don't care. No, I don't care. I will not vote on this because I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean it is informative. So
yeah, but I
like
don't dislike it or particularly like it. I think it's okay. I think it's fine.
yeah, I mean of course, like it is on each of us personal opinions. Okay, and as for the DPC for EU, Tantra won, and to the Div 2 Goon Squad and Alliance. For CIS, Outsiders won, and to the Div 2 are going Paripari and Rune Eaters. For the China, RNG won, and to the Div 2 are going Vichy Gaming and Dandelion Esports Club. For the SEA, Boom Esports won, and Nigma, Galaxy SEA, and Polaris Esports are going to Div 2. For NA, EG won, and the Cut and Feld fell down to the Div 2. And the South America is the last one. Thunder Awaken won, and Infinity and Hokori are going to the Div 2. So that would be regarding the DPC. Now, briefly mentioning regarding the Riyadh Masters, PSGL won pretty confidently in 1 hour and 4 minutes. The entire grand final was played out. 2-0 versus Team Spirit, which defeated Team Secret 2-1, and PSGL got to the grand finals through OG, which they defeated also 2-1, if I remember. Did you guys watch the Riyadh Masters at all?
I watched a little bit, and then I was behind because we had guests. I was watching the OG games, and then I logged on to Discord, and I saw somebody post that OG had lost in the semis. Stop watching.
Yeah, OG fanboy, classic.
I was in the middle of watching the OG LGD first game, and then somebody's like, I'm gonna go watch the Team Spirit LGD grand final, and I was like, all right, that's me done.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing. It was pretty good. I think Team Secret, I expected them to do better versus Team Spirit, and since the Team Spirit beat them, I thought that the grand final is gonna be really good because in the end it was a rematch of TI10 grand finals, not best of 5, but still. And
And what was that,
PSGLG's
man? Like
whooped.
fucking finals, best of three? What?
Yeah, but I mean, like it was a small event in the end, so
Yeah, but 4 million, dude. Majors. What's like the prize pool of the major these days? Like not even a million, right?
500,000, I think.
Is it that
I'm
that
not
few?
sure.
Or little?
I know people said
I'll
it.
check it out.
I
It's
know people
Half a
said
million, yeah, but that's just so weird, dude. Like this is like what 2 weeks or something like that with Dota, and then you play like 4 million. Oh, we'll put it in 4 days.
Wait, are you talking about the DPC is like 30 grand?
No, no, like the actual major is
Yeah.
half a million. But this event is like okay, 4 million, and then we invite a Saudi Arabic team, which is like why? They got clapped. They didn't win a single game. Did they even have a shot in a single game? Like
I
I'm wondering.
think they could have taken one map of someone because it was like a relatively close game. But
One
other
map.
than that, yeah. Like other than that, no. Like the only thing they did was to show everyone that level 1 Roshan is still possible. They did it with Ursa Snapfire and Nature's Prophet. That's I think what everybody will remember out of them, I guess. But because nobody else did it,
I
nobody
mean,
else
if they
did it
play
for.
standard, they get clapped, and that's also what happened. They get clapped.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like if I'm being like super harsh and honest, like nobody really cares about that. Everybody cared anyway about the other teams, so.
Yeah, but I care about the fact that why is, for example, like bigger teams, why are they not there? Like two Chinese teams.
I mean,
Why is T1 not there? Why are no SCA teams there? Why is EG not there? Why is
it was mainly through invite. The 7 slots were invite, 3 slots were qualifiers.
I mean the qualifiers is $350,000? Why?
Yeah,
Because it's Saudi money,
yeah, about to
oil
say
money,
that.
yo.
Yeah, that's
And
oil.
also, just so you guys know, I'm not sure if you're aware, but this is a part of a bigger esports event that was there. It was over like 6 weeks, and it covered all sorts of different esports. It wasn't just Dota.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
did not know that. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but just to close this one out, so there was the Riyadh Masters, the PSG won pretty confidently. So I think for the Arlington Major, there is gonna be a lot of interesting stuff since Chinese teams are going there this time. So yeah.
Okay, one question. What's the story with Virtus.pro? Like, weren't they like banned?
Virtus.pro.
Yeah,
VP, like, weren't they banned from events and now they're just running under a different name?
Yeah.
they were allowed to play under a different name, not under the organization.
The organization was like they spoke out that they supported the war in Ukraine, right?
No, they
Something like
didn't, but
that.
they didn't said they don't support it
But
because the owner
why
of
did they let them just
VP.
change their name and still play? Like, they should have stripped their spot in the DPC. They basically just changed their name to Outsiders and had the
Uh,
same spot. They should have lost their spot completely, and it should have had 3 teams coming up from. Basically, they should have promoted 3 teams from Div 2, and then they should have had like 3 slots going into Div 2.
this
In
is
my
a
opinion,
little
I
bit.
agree. I agree with that actually.
This
like,
is, if I can say, sorry to cut you. This is related to Bait losing a Div 2 spot because of the fact that the slot is set not for a team but for a player.
For a player, for Dandy or what?
And for Bait, it was for their captain, which then they decided to leave Bait and keep the Div 2 slot. But then afterwards, they were forced to give the slot back and fight for their own slot.
well, whoever the
So
slot belongs to, they should have lost it or whatever happens. I don't know. It seems weird.
So that is why VP slash Outsiders now they didn't lose the DPC slot because the organization itself doesn't own the slot. It's the players and usually the captain that owns the slot for their for his team. So therefore they were allowed
That's
to
the dumbest
compete
thing
under
I've
a
ever
different
heard.
name. Well, yeah, I also think it should be under a team. It should be a team slot. It shouldn't be a player slot, or at
Yeah,
least it should
and
be
like it could be a
someone
player, but the player owns the team, like whatever that happens to be, and they can change the name of the
like
team if
like
they want to.
like manager. Yeah, I think because
But that's how
then
they get sponsorship, right? Like the
yeah,
teams put together a stack, they like make it like what was it? Tundra was like mud golems back in the day, and they like qualified before they had sponsorship, and they had their own slot,
yeah,
I guess. But the team should buy like the team Tundra or whoever sponsored them should pay them for the slot at that point, and they should have some like random team name, and they should get paid out for that. They did all the hard work.
yeah. I also
And
think
then
so, but yeah,
then there'd be a business of teams like getting teams into DPC, winning, selling their slot for like half a mil, then like quitting the org, starting a new one.
I mean
It's
that
just like
is
boosting for MMR but for DPC slots.
we can also bring up this, which is a story of how 4K MMR female players played on NA Div 2 DPC. Because a guy who owned the slot just brought in as stand-ins 4 other female players that were 4K, and they just played, I think, 3 or 4 games of Div 2 DPC. They lost completely. They got trashed. But they played Div 2 DPC just based off the fact that one guy owned the slot, kicked the rest of the players, and brought in these girls. Just a side note.
That's a joke, right? Like I
It
don't
is.
care. Even though he brought in 4K guys, like it's a joke that it works that way.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. A lot of people complain about it because there has been a lot of issues, as you can clearly tell from all of these like quote unquote news, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, all right.
But anyway, now we get to the point that you wanted to start, Liberty, which is our prediction for the major, which I really wanted to talk about during this episode because we have a lot of time to talk about it. So I think you all pretty much have an idea about who is actually going to the
OG.
major. Just to summarize, it's Tundra, Liquid, OG, Entity, Outsiders, NaVi, Team Spirit, RNG, Astra, Extreme Gaming, PSGLGD, Boom Esports, Talon, Fnatic, EG, Quincy Crew, Thunder Awaken, and Beast Ghost.
Could you say that again, but then faster?
No.
Why not?
Because this was, I think this was faster than I could have said it. Anyway, predictions, guys. I'm gonna go last, so you guys are the
Oh no 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 no!
analytic.
You're gonna go first.
No, no,
Yes, yes.
because I'm biased.
Liberty,
I
we're
can't
we're
say.
not gonna say anything until Synergy goes first.
OG.
No,
I mean,
No,
you don't really need to.
I mean you're just saying that not because you're well educated or anything like that. You're just saying that because you're a fanboy.
that is what is
Yes.
fun, you know.
No, I think I'll go first.
Yeah.
Predictions. Okay, let me have a quick look at the page as well at the same time, just so I know all the teams. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I do, but so okay. I'm going to start with teams that I don't think are going to necessarily do very well. So I don't think that Entity will get very far, even though they did okay. I don't think that either of the SA teams are going to get very far. I'm fine with like ruling them out. I don't think that Fnatic or Talon or even Boom they might get one of those teams into the top 6, but I don't think SEA is going to have a very good result. And I don't think that I think yeah okay. So I think my top 4. How are we doing this? Am I just predicting the top 4 or what's the story?
That's up to you.
Whatever
Top
it
2.
is that you want.
I'll do the top 3. So I think that Tundra and LGD will be in the winners bracket final, and OG will be in the the losers bracket final. I don't know which of those teams OG will play, but they will beat them, and then they'll win the grand final as well.
You're
So
not
yeah, my
biased at all.
top 3 I think is a good shout because whatever. But yeah, I'd say Tundra is looking very strong lately. They haven't really proven they can do it at a LAN so much. They got second place at that TI qualifier a while ago, and OG is quite good at LANs, but the LGD is due a big win in a major tournament, even though they don't need the points.
And then
And I
they
don't.
just win the $4 million tournament.
That's for money, not for points.
I mean, who cares about points? I care about the money, money, money.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like 4 million is good, and they don't care as much about 500,000. Probably they probably have such good contracts. I'd say.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
isn't like in China, is that slavery? Like if you're an esports player, like they barely make anything.
I don't know. I think after that long with that company, especially with like Paris Saint Germain, the football club's name attached to it, they're probably treated pretty well.
Yeah, okay, probably.
And they've been the best team in Dota for like I know not necessarily in results as far as TIs, but they've been one of the most consistent
Consistent.
teams for 5 to 6 years now. They're always in the top 3 or 4. They've won a TI. So
They have not. LGD has not won. LG won a TI. What TI 4 or something? What? No, that was newbie.
they won the
LGD
one
has not won a
before
TI.
LGD
Liquid.
hasn't won a TI yet.
LGD has not won TI. No.
They
Oh.
were twice second.
Oh well, they're trash then. Never mind.
Yeah, fuck LGD.
My bad. Yeah, so whatever. They've been in the top 3 for a long time. For like 3 or 4 years, they've been top 3. So, but yeah, so I think Tundra will have hopefully a good showing, and it'll be like the beginning of them as a superpower potentially. And yeah, OG has a little bit of magic, and I think that Quincy Crew will probably do well as well. I don't think
Secret is not there.
Secret is not there, yeah. They
Quincy Crew. I
didn't
said
make it to major.
No, NTT did not
no.
Secret.
Entity won't do anything.
Yeah, I agree. But I also agree that like this is actually one of the few times like there's here on Wikipedia as well. Fnatic will be allowed to participate with 3 subs as the main roster encounter difficulties obtaining US visas. Like why? Why are they at the major playing in an NA major? Playing with 3 subs and they're allowed to, and then for example TSM is not there. Secret not there. Why? Why is SA there and not Secret, not TSM? Like teams that did really well lately, they're not there. But Fnatic is allowed to play with 3 subs. Like seriously, they're not gonna accomplish anything. I don't think Talon is gonna do too well. Thunder Awaken, Beast Coast, same story. Beast Coast might win lower bracket round one. Like maybe. I think I'm not too sure about EG. I think LGD is gonna do well. Spirit's gonna do well. OG is gonna do well. Thunder is gonna do well. I think like Navi is like Outsiders also kind of like I don't know. As I don't know. I don't think I can really give an informed opinion. As in, other than Spirit, OG, Tundra, LGD, I think that's probably going to be like top four. I'm not even too sure about Team Spirit, to be honest.
Okay. As of me, I'm gonna go through the teams. Similar to Liberty, I think Beast Coast. I agree with Tiger. I think they are gonna do okay-ish, but they're not gonna go to like top six. I think like top eight is kind of realistic. Thunder Awaken will fail. Quincy Crew is a bit question mark for me, but I think they are also gonna go to like top eight, kinda. EG, I think, on the other hand, is gonna go pretty high. I know RTZ will choke, but I think like top four is kind of realistic. Fnatic, they will go out in groups. Talon and Boom, they are also on a very similar level, so I would rate them kind of like top 10. I think they are gonna go like 9, 10, maybe like one of them will make it to top 8. LGD is gonna be grand final, there is no question about it. The question is against who? Extreme Gaming, I would like for them to go high. I think they are gonna make top 8, but it's gonna be pretty hard for them. Same as Aster, same as RNG, like all three of these teams are really close to each other. That was seen in China DPC, and they are gonna be certainly up there, but one of them will fail. You know, the question is who, which I'm not sure. Spirit, I'm kind of worried that they might get their spirit broken after the grand final on the Riyadh Masters. So that's question mark. Navi was doing really well in the DPC actually, but I think they still need a little bit more time. So like I would say like they are not gonna go super well against the Chinese teams. I think they will outplay them. Outsiders, I mean, please, what are they even doing there? Entity, same story. OG is gonna do quite well in my opinion, and I think they are a pretty big contender for the grand finals against LGD. It will depend a lot on the bracket. If they get lucky bracket and not face the LGD like pretty soon, I think they can make it far. Liquid is also a bit question mark from EU. I think they are gonna do well. I think top 8 is very realistic, but I'm not really sure if they will make it because they are kind of like the make or break team. I feel like they either play super godlike and no one can match them, or they play super godlike and then they suddenly choke. So, and Tundra, they didn't had really good results lately. They really didn't. So I don't expect them to do like super well on the major. I'm pretty sure they will be prepared for a major. I'm pretty sure they will go far, but I have absolutely no doubts that they are not gonna go to the grand final at all. I think top four is realistic, but that's like the best goal I think they can achieve there, especially against the China teams. Because as we all know, there has not been a lot of like, you know, different regions playing against each other. It's always like the major or like right now Riyadh Masters, and they didn't did quite well there. They actually didn't. So I think if the bracket is gonna be favorable, I think we are gonna see OG LGD final. That's my take. And then I actually don't know what's gonna happen because OG is playing really aggressive, really good. LGD is playing exactly how they should. You know, they are not making mistakes. So it's gonna be up to whether the aggressive style is gonna beat the calm and collected style, in my eyes. Obviously, if it comes down to that. So I would say like OG, LGD, and EG and RNG top four. That's what I would say, I guess. Okay, and we are gonna move to the other topic, which is best Dota 2 memory we have.
Again?
No, no, no. This is a bit different. The
Oh,
last time it was how did we get to Dota. This time it
yeah,
is
you made
about
me remember as well.
yeah, yeah. And now I'm gonna make you remember again about the best Dota 2 memory that you have. And I'm gonna start again this time.
Meeting
Uh,
friends.
no, not really.
Oh, that's not your best memory? Then why are you playing Dota?
My best Dota 2 memory was
Yes, ignore the question. I like it.
I'm playing Dota because it's fun and because I have you guys.
Since when? Since when is Dota actually fun?
I mean, it's fun with you. I'm not saying it's
Okay.
fun alone. Yeah, but my best Dota 2 memory is a wholesome memory. I remember I played on a New Year's Eve in 2018, back when Dota wasn't toxic as much, and it was almost midnight, and it was around like 2 minutes till the midnight. And since I played on EU server, obviously, we fortunately were all on the same time zone. There were no people from Russia or anything like that. And then one guy said that he wants to have like a New Year's kiss with his girlfriend if we can pause. And everybody, literally everybody, said that they want to do the same thing, like to go and have a drink with their family members or something like that. So what happened was that around 1 minute before the actual midnight, we paused the game, uh, including me. We all went. I had a drink with my family, wished them Happy New Year, and I came back, and then we waited for 5 minutes. The game unpaused itself. We paused it one more time, and we waited for literally every single person to confirm that they are back, that we can resume the game. We wished each other a happy new year and good luck, have fun. Like it was actually really wholesome. We resumed the game and played out the game. That is literally the best Dota 2 memory that I have. You know,
Also
to
kind of sad.
I mean, it is sad in a way that you play Dota on New Year's Eve. You know, like that you actually don't have anywhere to go, like which I think a lot of people can relate. We gamers, me specifically, I have no friends in real life. I'm always alone on New Year's Eve, and from that part, it is sad. But from the other point, it is like at that time it is like really really wholesome, really nice memory. You know, to actually have 10 people that are not toxic towards each other, and that we can like agree to have a pause for like literally it was around 10 minutes pause maybe to like wait for everybody on a New Year's Eve and then resume play out the game. I lost that game. I remember I lost that game, but nobody, literally nobody during that game was toxic. Not even after the loss. There was a lot of misplays in that game. I remember I played Rubik. There was a lot of misplays from me, a lot of misplays from enemies, a lot of misplays from my team, and nobody was toxic. Not at all. That thing will stay in my mind for eternity. It's literally the best memory that I have.
Very cool.
Yeah, it actually was. Yeah. What about you guys? It can be anything. It can be like Rampage or whatever. Like whatever is the
Do
best
you want to go
memory.
first, Tiger, or do you want me to go first?
Alright, go.
My best memory of Dota was something that we call Dota Day. So I started playing Dota with my friends, and every now and then we would get together and bring our computers over. Um, my friend lived like a block from me, and sometimes I had like a proper stack. So he would come over to my house, and then he'd like see us like trundling across the street with him with my monitor and keyboard, and me with the stack to set up in his house instead of just playing online. But Dota Day was very special. It was basically like once every few months or half a year, depending on how old we were. It's become less common. We've gotten older. We would get together usually sometime early in the morning. We would have at least like 3 or 4 of us, sometimes 5, 6 upwards, and we would drink a lot of alcohol and play Dota all day. This is probably why I have a lifetime negative win rate. Probably not actually, but it definitely contributes. And we would often play, 15, 20 games of Dota in a day, and drink a lot of alcohol. So the best memory I have was I've lived abroad in different places for a long time. Was the last time I was back in Canada was about 3 years ago. Uh, my birthday was happening while I was there, and I didn't have any idea of what was going to happen for my birthday. So in the morning, my friends took me to the pub to watch English Premier League soccer because it's on really early in the morning in Canada, and started drinking. And then they like invited over another friend that lived like a ferry ride and very far away that I didn't think was going to come. And we ended up having a Dota day, and then it turned into like a mini like a little house party. We went out, and my partner was baking a cake. Funny story about that is she didn't understand that I don't know why, but in Canada we use the Fahrenheit for like oven temperatures, but not for like outside temperature. It's very strange. So she put the oven on at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 50 degrees Celsius or something, like not enough to bake a cake. And after like 4 hours, she was like, "Why isn't this cooking?" And she had to start over again. She basically spent the whole day baking me a cake, which was really sweet of her. And it was pretty funny as well. But yeah, so that day was probably my best.
And it's very nice.
Very cool.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have cool stories about Dota like that. I think like my very best memory was the day after my brother's birthday. We were like, he got me into Dota as well. And like the day after his birthday, we were like me, two friends of his, me, him, 2 or 3 friends from him. We just came together to play Dota. Why is it a good memory? Because like of those 2 friends, one committed suicide and one died because of a car accident. So all like Dota memories and also memories of them. Pretty good. That was like playing Dota all day, drinking at night as well. Pretty fun. Like learning the game, sucking at it. Still do.
That is also a bit sad, but on the other hand, also very happy memory, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. Like, but like it was just like that was the one and only time I actually played Dota with like 5 people at like the same place, right? Definitely not a bad memory, but
Can I do another one? I have another good memory.
Yeah, sure.
Not to take away from your story, Tiger, and I'm sorry for your loss of your friend.
no, you stole my
Probably-
thunder, man. Like,
So your
no,
Thunder
no, no, go
Predator?
for it. Oh,
You
not my
stole my
thunder predator, my thunder.
you stole my Thunder Predator. You were just reminded me of uh, playing all in one place. And when you guys would love this if you ever get to go like on holiday, or if we ever find ourselves somehow involved in the scene and there's an event in China or anywhere. Like I used to live in Vietnam, and they have these. Like it's so strange to think about because we have in the Western, let's say, developed countries, we have our own computers at home, right? So why would we pay? And they have gaming cafes here, but they're quite expensive. You $10 an hour or something like that. But there, you pay like it's literally like 20 cents an hour, and you go in. There's like hundreds of computers, and they have like the booths with the kind of gaming booth that you'd have with 5 people. And I used to play with like a group of expats there in person, and we go to these gaming cafes, and you could order lunch like off the computer, and they'd bring it to your desk where you were gaming. It was very loud though, and everyone was smoking cigarettes and everything, drinking. But it was fun.
Yeah, I actually never was to an internet cafe. In Czech Republic, there aren't too many, and if there are, they are really, really, really expensive. Way too overpriced. But yeah, yeah, like the if I would say like another memory, I'm not saying it's a good memory or best memory, but another memory that I have was actually that I was on a so-called Brno Major. It was an event of Dota where the best Czech teams were playing, and I actually played against Hippomaniacs. Not sure if you guys know that team. They've been in the DPC 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And I played against them in the grand finals. We lost 3-0. But overall, it was a good event. I played Techies, Ange, and Rubik, if I remember. No, it wasn't Rubik. I played Chen, Ange, and Mirana. Um, Ange, Techies, and Mirana. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Lost all 3 games versus 8K players.
That's not cool.
That's not
That you
cool. Yeah,
lost.
yeah. I mean I have a silver medal at home, so yeah. Okay, so that will be this, and we are gonna move to the last topic of the podcast, which is the hero spotlight as every week. And for this time, I choose probably the most hated hero of the game, which is Techies.
Why do you always pick these fucking stupid heroes?
I was thinking about picking Rubik, but I wanna give you that
Why?
opportunity to
What's
bring
the
it.
difference?
The difference is that you consider yourself better Rubik player than I am, so
That's
feel
why you want to give me the opportunity. I don't.
I feel obligated to give you the shot at it,
I mean,
to
why would you
like.
not pick Rubik and then allow me to pick an actual fun hero to talk about?
I mean, you can pick whatever you want. There are 122 heroes.
Yeah, but then don't pick Techies or fucking Meepo.
I want to pick Techies because I really enjoy the change that they did because it made him in my eyes, completely a new hero. And I think that's something that me and you, Tiger, we've talked about. I think that the techies right now is supposed to be played a lot more aggressive. You cannot just turtle because it just makes no sense. You don't have the remote mines anymore, so you cannot blow someone up out of the blue in zero point 0.2 seconds.
I like that.
So yeah, I like that as well. So I think that like from a completely no-brain hero where you just picked it and it was 50-50, you just hoped that the torture strat that you were doing would work, into what is right now that you are actually a laner, because you do have really good laning skills. The sticky bomb is amazing. The shard on the suicide, that it is a stun, not really reliable, but it is a decently mid skill skill shot hit stun. Uh, you still have an opportunity to deal a lot of damage. The proximity mines, which were moved to the ultimate, are now not just like map control type of usage, but very well used for pushing purposes as well. And like I mentioned, from the laning perspective, you need to be aggressive. You are literally filling out everything that was missing on the techies, and they changed the techies to literally be more present in fights, having more impact in fights instead of just turtling, which I personally really like. I personally really enjoy the hero right now. I think it is really good, and it is, in my eyes, a lot more fun to play than before. That's
I
my
agree.
take.
I
I mean,
got
I just like the
clapped.
fact that there's no like you're just walking in there like minding your own business and then bam, you're gone.
Yeah.
I like the fact that that's changed. The fact that it's an like actual hero. You don't have to pay attention. Okay, where did I not see the techies, or why am I not seeing the techies? Like the like the concept is reversed, right? Before you need to pay attention where the Techies was not at, and now you need to pay attention to where he's at because he can actually do something. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. Also, sticky bomb, fucking stupid spell. 4 seconds slow right of the gecko.
Yeah. Um, the thing about this that you mentioned, like changing the hero and stuff, the last thing I want to mention to it is that when Techies before was in the game, it wasn't Dota. It was a completely different game because the Techies was breaking the game apart.
Yeah, because it was that fucking boring.
Exactly. Right now, the Techies is not breaking the game. It is like right now it is like if there is a Techies, it is still a game of Dota. Before it was like you said, when Techies was there, you needed to pay attention to Techies. You didn't really care about any other hero. You cared about the Techies because the Techies was the only one who could, for example, like quote unquote, reverse the game completely. Nowadays, Techies is not that. Like you pay attention to him as any other hero, which in my opinion is really good. Like that's what I want to say. What
Mr.
about
Liberty.
yeah? What about you, Liberty?
Uh, I I don't know. Techies, I think it's probably like better now because you can actually play it in different ways. I got clapped by Techies the other day. Not really one that ended up winning the game, but basically Techies was like throw a sticky bomb from like the woods, and then do the blast off, and then put down 2 proximity mines right away on top of you, and then like with an E blade or a Kaya, like it kills you, kills most heroes, a lot of damage. It's interesting to see it played in different ways. It didn't scale though. The hero is good early, but doesn't really scale. Not sure if it's supposed to, but yeah.
And I think that concept is so much better than like the mining off map, not doing anything, just sitting there, no, not caring about dying because you don't care.
Yeah.
Didn't care. You didn't have to care. I think that's dumb. I think that concept of hero is stupid. Oh yeah, you caught me? Well, you're gonna get high risk, low reward, and I'm gonna kill you anyway because even though I'm dead. Stupid.
Yeah. Well, they removed that, which again I think it is really really good that they did.
Yes.
Yes.
It made
Hello.
the game better, a lot better in my eyes.
Why are you laughing, Liberty? Sorry, Synergy, you were saying.
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Why
Okay,
not?
because I don't have anything more to say. Besides, I
Oh.
really like the hero right now.
Then why did you pick Techies as a hero?
Because I wanted to talk about
Why do you say so the meaning that I claim to be a better Rubik player? We both know I am.
yeah, that's why I don't want to argue.
Oh,
Because it's pointless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you know I'm right.
but yeah, that would be about it. If you guys don't have anything to add to
Yeah,
Techies,
I want to argue.
you want to argue? We can argue afterwards. That's fine.
No, why? Why?
Okay.
I have one thing to say about all of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, like that literally reminded me of a meme, which I fucking don't remember which patch it was when Ember Spirit got the axe to give 2 additional remnants or something like that, and there was the meme was like Ember, how many remnants do you want? Yes.
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 That was one of the best memes that
How many remnants do you want? Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I believe the term you're looking for is yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So Techies has a interesting quote, which is, "Hey, don't blame us." And that is exactly what um, you will hear from a Techies player that goes 0 and 20, which is in your team, but you will never hear it from an enemy Techies who is 10, 0 and 20. Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's how the life is. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching or listening to the Play the Story Dota podcast, to the episode 4. We've came to an end. I would like to thank Mr. Tiger and Mr. Liberty for joining me today again.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way how you said it at the exact same time was precious. Actually precious. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And together in the same roster, we will see you in the episode 5. Have a good
Bye.
night, guys. Bye bye.
Bye.